Greetings, minions, builders, and fellow gamers. This is Silverblade playing 7 Days to Die. Who cares what alpha it is? It's still the same thing as it was last time. And this is episode 1 of series 4 of Base Builder. And in this particular episode, well, we're going to build a base, but, familiar territory. It just reloaded the backed up save of just having this area cleared off. The old base is still out there, and it wiped away the base we made from last week, which is now only existing in the videos. So this week we got to get moving on this because there's a lot to be done. So I'll stop mouth flapping. Let's see. That's a quick way of doing it. First of all, though, we're going to need to find a spot to put as the center, and I'm kind of putting it like that, and right about there is the center. And so we need to frame this out a bit to figure out the dimensions I want. What I'm planning on is a pyramid, and I need a central tower to it. So I'm thinking like, let's see, I'll have to go 4 blocks wide, I think, or 5, but whatevs. Go like this. So this will be the, as I always tend to do, is make a base in the center, and then everything else comes up to it. Now, from this area here, we need to figure out where the beginning of the pyramid would be. So we got 1, 2, I think like right about in there should be good. Well, yeah, okay, so that's even. I need a 2-block distance between the pyramid and the central core of the base. That just helps me get the measurements right. Right now it's 2-dimensional. It's going to go up in 3 dimensions in just a little bit here. Just got to get this tracked down in here. Now, one of the things that I commonly see on other people's channel, and there's nothing wrong with it, but people tend to gravitate towards deadfall traps. I kind of don't like to do that, because if you trap them and you can't get to them, they just start wrecking havoc on everything. And there is a convenience to it. There's pros and cons to it, in my opinion. And I don't know, it just doesn't seem as sporting as it could be, so not gonna go for that route. Kinda. I mean, I kinda am and I kinda not. It's contradictory and it's weird, but you'll get what I'm talking about in a little bit. See, I don't know what the exact height should be yet, so I'm just kinda making this up as I go along. So we'll call that good. Okay, so we have the walls out to here, or there'll be a pyramid without the peak. The peak will be the shooting tower, whatever you want to call that, and there'll be a 2-block gap all the way around, so if they make it up that far, they'll fall all the way down. So, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's getting quite annoying. Okay, let's take a look at this. Alright, so we have this down angle here. And, of course, we're going to put in... We'll do this 2 different ways at the same time. Alright, so up there, probably, we'll just make it work. Okay, so 7 high is what we got so far. Take these blocks out. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to start replacing them with reinforced concrete. I knew that was going to happen. Luckily, I don't have to get out the auger for that. Anyways, guys, thank you for the birthday wishes. It was a good day, and that was about all there is to it. I'm not really big on celebrating my birthday because it's another day older. I think once you reach a certain age, birthdays kind of lose their appeal. At least to me, it does. You know, so you lived another year. Congratulations. You know. But it was a good day. Oh crap! Did it again. Spent the day with my family and enjoyed it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and one more 7. So that's how high we have to make this. Yeah, we had, you know, my mom and I and my dad, when we went to vote on Tuesday, stopped off at the store, and Mom's like, so what kind of cake do you want? And so I said, I don't care. And so she showed me like a couple different boxes of cake mix and stuff, and I'm like, carrot cake's good. And she gave me a handful of frosting and said, which one do you like? And didn't care. So I decided on milk chocolate. And so I had carrot cake with milk chocolate. And it's fine there. But, Christ almighty. But Mom did a really good job on the cake. It was nice and moist. Wasn't too rich. And gobbled it up. Okay, so now for these. One, two, three. How many blocks does it take to get to the center of a base? 3. That joke might be a little bit over the heads of the current generation, although it's been memed enough. Now, before we go too much further into this, let's see. Steel, not what I want. Steel log spike. Okay, so for these, now one of the things I have picked up from watching other YouTubers is that these can be placed upside down and they will still put the ouchie on the zombies. Actually, I ought to make sure I am in God mode. Except I don't want the... yeah. You see, it says right there, you're taking trap damage. So, it works. And I just botched. The nice thing about them is that when zombies get on top of them, they're not able to whack at them because they're standing on top of them, and I think it lasts longer. Oh, jeez. So now I gotta be really careful on how I place these, because I don't want to do that again. I don't want to fix mistakes again. Looks like we got that covered. Probably revisit those spikes in a little bit here, but we got, let's see, we'll go with the core of this first. This up to the height we need it. Now the thing is building it like this, you don't exactly do it really organically. Because like when you're building it in the game, you have to deal with the resource issues and all that. And also to get in, get on it, you have to physically be on the ground. You can't do this flying around stuff to access these. So it is a bit harder to do this for realsies. But I mean, it can be done. It's just a lot more involved than it needs to be, I think. And it makes the mistakes more painful. Okay, so there's that. We'll put this in here. And we'll leave that hole for going in. Now, this here is the base platform where you'll be shooting out of and stuff like that. But furthermore, it will house the base itself. So you can go down a floor, have your forges, go down a floor for storage, etc. And it's a very compact thing. Now the reason why I do these compact bases, you won't see me doing all that often bases that are all stretched out and every which way, is because the bigger it is, the more you have to defend. And so to do it with a compact base like this, you don't have as much to defend. It's easier to maintain and all that. You kind of have a good handle of things real easy because you get to see it right then and there. You don't have them sneaking around on the back side and be completely oblivious to all the damage that they're causing to your base because it's so spread out. Nothing wrong with spread out bases. I just prefer petite bases. More easily defendable. Now this base will likely consume a lot of blocks. And I am more than okay with that. Especially since I'm in creative mode to spawn them, but to make this for realsies, it could be a bit of a resource hog. At least if in the early days. I think after a while, if you got a good location for stone and sand for cement, not really a problem in the long run. But this is a base I would construct away from my base that would be for the first couple weeks. We're not even into the pyramid shape of it yet. Now this is the last of the bases that I had constructed in my noggin. I can't remember the other ones. I think there was 2 other designs I had. They're either too much like the previous designs I did, or because of like last week in the beginning, I decided just to completely ditch the idea I was doing. It just turns out that it wouldn't work. So right now I don't have any, outside of this type of thing, I don't have any new ideas I've cooked up for what to make in the future. So this might be my last week of making the base builder series until I can come up with something new. I'll keep this running, as long as I can, but I'll take breaks if I don't have any ideas. I'm not just gonna bullshit completely bullshit a base, just for the sake of having a week's worth of episodes. Kind of want to make it count, Alright, so that's the inner core right there, and the plan is that zombies will come up and fall into there. But it's not just that. There is a bit more involved than just up and over. You'll see. I don't want to tip my hand too soon. No spoilers, people. And talk about building from the top down. Yeah. Okay. Now we gotta go. This is going to get a bit tedious, but I'm getting there. And I think what I'll do is some of this I'll do off camera just to kind of save time, because we got a lot of stuff I need to get done for this week. Okay. But overall, I think you guys kind of have the idea of what this will look like, at least initially. Just a continuous, growing out like that. Now, I think one thing I will do is, as I said a little bit ago, this is going to be two types of pyramid in one. On one side, we're going to have a step pyramid like the early Egyptian pyramids, the Inca, Aztec, pyramids in the Central and South America, and I think also the Chinese pyramids. And then we'll also have one with the smooth sides, like the Great Pyramids. The ones that are most famous, I guess you could say. And we'll see which ones are actually easier for the zombies to go from ground level and climb up. I'm kind of thinking the smooth ones, because it's just a path straight up, whereas with the steps they have to go up each one, and they can stop and take their time to beat the hell out of it, which I kind of don't want, but we'll see. We'll just see how that goes. But the nice thing is, at least with this design, is that they'll have a lot to try to punch through just to get into the core of the base. So it'll definitely keep them busy. Looking good so far. Now there's a specific reason why I'm making it 7 blocks high, and presumably that translates out to 7 blocks long, and that will be my little secret until that episode comes about. No spoilers. Sneaky. Alright, so that's 4 out of 7 levels I have to do, or that I've done. So let's see what we got here. So I want to be able to see the walls of the center core of the base, so I can draw a line down the slope of the pyramid for one of my special tricks. You could probably guess what I'm going to do, but until I do it, you don't really know, do you? But I need to ensure that I can see up this here. So far so good. So what I'll do is, off camera, I'll finish this all up, and then either the next episode or the episode after, I'll explain what I'm planning to do with the base to make it lethal. So until next time, well, let me go back a little bit. Thank you guys for watching. Check out the links in the description below, and until next time, see you later. Twitch.